and you weren't even awake to notice. Then he did the little finger gun thing. Well, no, I don't think so. I caught him holding his ribs a few times. Favored his left leg a bit, you know? Oh, yeah. Probably should have talked about that first. Did I mention I'm on a lot of painkillers? So, I was real excited when a ship showed up. Then, less excited when I realized it was a Crimson Fleet ship. And then, really less excited when Barrett said, "It's okay, I got this." He mumbled something to him, and then they were all gone. I was drifting in and out, but yeah, I think so. Got a signal from the ship before they grav jumped. Guessing it was Barrett. Haven't really been in a good space to have a listen. Here you go. Hey, I should come with you, right? I don't think anyone else is coming. I think Argos is probably gonna write this whole thing off. Plus, I'm 90% sure working for you would be safer. I hope. Yeah, just, don't ask me to operate any heavy machinery for a while. Give me a minute. I think the worst of it is... Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Ready to wisecrack with the best of them. Let me know when you want to head out. Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock. Whew, oh, I'm glad to hear you say that. First... You got it. Catch you on the flip side, boss. Thanks for letting me tag along. Can't believe we got into this mess. Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump count.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett.
Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move! He's trying to figure out our destination, probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah, thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down. I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
Not be Jemison, but this ship is...
I found something for you.
Home.
Engines firing. Here we go. Orbital insertion completed.
Thank you. Pick up the hail. You're a tough one to track down. Wanted all over the settled systems with a bounty to match. Is that right? You talk a good game, I'll give you that much. Most bounties we run into tend to beg first and run second. So, we're off to a good start.
Jemison. Thanks for this bird on the ground.
You look well.
Yeah, what's up? You know it. Just here for a chat? Okay by me. Working on my biography, huh? You heard of New Homestead in the Sol System? Most people haven't. It's out in the sticks, on one of Saturn's moons. That's where I grew up. Not exactly the most exciting place to be a kid. It's got a lot of ice, a lot of wind, and not much of anything else. I wasn't exactly torn up about leaving to work for Argos. My family weren't still working the wind farms there. I don't think I'd ever go back. Oh yeah, big time. New Homestead was one of the first places people settled after we left Earth. Back then, wind power was all the rage. Some of the equipment at the farm's been around since the first generation of settlers made it to Titan. And it shows, let me tell you. Lots of people in New Homestead work there, including my mom. It's not the greatest job, but it sure beats the ice mines. Boss, I spent most of my time collecting rocks. For fun. That should tell you everything you need to know about the bustling metropolis that is New Homestead. The place makes Sidonia look like the big city. I had more fun freezing my ass off looking for meteorites than most New Homesteaders do in their entire lives. Not enough, according to my mom. But I try to get back every couple months. And I keep in touch when I'm not there. Yeah, I never saw myself living in New Homestead forever. To tell you the truth, I hope my family splits too. My mom's always talked about retiring to Jemison. Of course, that'd be a whole lot easier if she didn't have so many kids to look after. New Atlantis isn't exactly cheap. Hopefully she'll be able to move someday, though. I worry about her. Wind farming's a pretty dangerous job. Maybe someday, when my brothers are older. Lynn convinced me. She and some Argos miners stopped by my hometown on Titan to refuel, and I happened to be on shift at the spaceport that day. I noticed some rare minerals in her cargo hold and started chatting with her about them. And she was impressed by how much I knew about geology and offered me the gig. It wasn't a hard sell. Lynn seemed like a decent boss, and the salary was great. Besides, my rock collection had gotten as big as it was gonna get on Titan.
No way. Whatever you found down there had some seriously weird energy coming off of it. Honestly, I hope I never see something like that again in my life.
Hell yeah, I do. I've been working on it for years. I used to collect mineral samples from meteorites that hit Titan, or buy them off pilots at the spaceport. Lynn even contributed to it. She offered me a good-sized chunk of tantalum for my collection, as a signing bonus. Yeah, we are. She's been my boss for a long time. I think of her as a friend. Don't tell her I said this, but she's not as much of a hard ass as she'd like you to think. And despite what she says, I know she has a soft spot for me. I don't. Really. After what happened on Vectera, I seriously needed a break from Argos. And you're not shy about cracking rocks either, so I still get my fix. Well, my dad's not in the picture, but I have the best mom in the settled systems. More brothers than you can shake a stick at, too. Raising us gave Mom a real run for her money. It's a miracle she didn't leave us to freeze at one of the ice mines on Titan. We got into all kinds of trouble as kids. She's a new homesteader, born and raised. Her family's been working the wind farm since the first generation of settlers made it to Titan. She's a great mom. Never lets anyone put her kids down. You should have seen how mad she got when she found out people at school were making fun of my rock collection. She was so determined to get me to stick with it that she read every geology book I had so she could ask me about my collection. That meant a hell of a lot to me. I've got 6. Evan, Tim, Ethan, Shane, Lucas, and Finn. Or, boys, get the hell down here, as our mom likes to call us. I'm the oldest by a couple years. Finn's the youngest, he's only 10, and the rest of them are moody teenagers. Couldn't tell you. He split to join a spacer group when I was young, and I haven't heard from him since. Broke my poor mom's heart. I was 12. He left while I was out collecting rocks with a couple of my brothers. Didn't say goodbye or anything. Real class act, huh? Mom took it the hardest. She and my dad were together a long time. I don't think she saw it coming. I sure didn't. And most of my brothers were too young to get what was happening, but they could tell how upset our mom was. That was hard on everyone. But hey, we got through it okay in the end. My mom and I leaned on each other and managed to keep things running while we got back on our feet. Nope, and I don't plan on it. He made it pretty clear that he didn't want to know me, so I don't want to know him either. I'm not. My family means a lot to me, and my dad treated him like crap, so I didn't have a very hard time writing him off. Yeah, you can say that again. My brothers and I are always up to something. It's a good thing I grew up in a town where our definition of getting into trouble was screwing around with old mining equipment. We would have raised all sorts of hell in a big city like New Atlantis. Whatever floats your boat. Already taken care of, boss. I donated it to one of the tour companies in New Homestead. Geological formations are one of Titan's big tourist attractions. It hurt my heart a little to give it up, but the woman I donated them to promised they'd give me credit for collecting all the samples, assuming she ever puts them on display. Whether she does or not, I'm glad to know all my hard work won't be gathering dust in a storage unit somewhere. You got it.
Corco, that room of yours better be clean next time I go in there.
I'll get to it, Dad. I promise.
This ain't my getting around to it tone, you understand?
Fine, okay. I'm going.
Hello. Yes. All right. Best of luck out there.
Is definitely not the kind of place I'd set up an outpost. Hope you're ready to die.
Fire! Fire!
Where'd he go?
There's no certainty to the universe at all. Once you really start getting out there, the laws of physics kind of turn into suggestions.
You're pulling my leg again, right? What's the weirdest thing you've seen? No exaggerations this time.
Let me think. Unicorn. Not kidding.
What? The mythical mare with the magic horn thing? Come on. Was King Arthur riding on it too?
Okay, it was more of an extremophile in the vague shape of a horse. But my point still stands. You need an open mind out there. You go into the far reaches of space too tightly wound, your brain is just gonna pop like a soda can. Holy shit. You actually found me.
I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened with Barrett. But, well, it isn't.
Well, this is turning into a regular Constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks. Matsura the Grim here and I actually have a lot in common.
Both escape artists. Being captured by Sistef myself plenty of times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Relativity. We're all just creatures of the universe, trying to get away from what's after us. You know, it's actually been kind of nice. Matsura the Grim here is a great host.
No sense letting people's last moments be unpleasant.
See, that's what I like about you, Matsura. A real Renaissance man.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom?
We do have some insurance set aside for this exact problem.
Does that mean you'll be paying me, Miss...
We don't need to be introduced. Here's your money. And we would appreciate it if you could spread the word in the Crimson Fleet that Barrett shouldn't be harassed. It's not working out for any of us.
That's a fair point. But I can't control a man's reputation.
Do what you can. A suggestion to the right ears can work wonders.
Very well. Goodbye to you all. I have enjoyed this little exchange.
See you around, Matsura. I mean, well, you know, hopefully not.
Oh, I sure could use a drink from Boggs right now.
Got nothing to say to you.
Matsura's in charge.
Руководство для сотрудников компании Чанкс. Вскоре после создания своего прорывного бизнеса Чанкс, основатель компании Фред Бламбард лично написал трехстраничный справочник для сотрудников. Ниже приводится выдержка со страницы 2. Это как в той поговорке «клиент всегда прав». Если мы в Чанкс что-то и знаем, так это то, что выражение «клиент всегда прав» всегда неправильно. В данном случае, с научной точки зрения, клиент не может быть прав. Они не имеют никакого представления о нашем современном кулинарном оборудовании. А вели бы они знали секретные рецепты всех наших восхитительных вкусов Чанкс, то все мы остались бы без работы, и я в том числе. Омега. Последние дни. Ниже приводится начало романа Камиля Фламариона «Омега». «Последние дни мира», написанного в 1894 году, в котором комета столкнется с Землей в 25-м ВВКВ. И люди должны смириться с концом света и с тем, что это на самом ДВЛ означает. Омега. Последние дни мира. Глава Ай. Великолепная мраморная мостовая, соединяющая улицу Рон с улицей Лувр, которое, обрамленное статуями знаменитых ученых и философов, подчеркивает монументальную аллею, ведущую к новому портику института, была абсолютно черной от людей. Толпа не шла, а плыла по набережным, вытекала из каждой улицы и устремлялась к портику, давно уже захваченному бурной толпой. Никогда, в ту варварскую эпоху, предшествовавшую созданию Соединенных Штатов Европы, когда сила была превыше права, когда военный деспотизм правил миром, а глупое человечество трепетало в неумолимой хватке войны, никогда, в бурный период Великой революции или в ТВ-лихорадочные дни, которые сопровождали объявление войны, подступы к Палате народных представителей или площадь Согласия НВ представляли собой такого зрелища. Это был уже НВ-отряд фанатиков, сплотившихся вокруг знамени, идущих на завоевание Мвчом, за которым следовала толпа любопытных и праздных, жаждущих увидеть, что произойдет, а все нас волнив, встревоженные, взволнованные, испуганные. Состоящие из всех слоев общества без исключения, зависящие от решения оракула, лихорадочно ожидающие результатов расчетов, которые знаменитый астроном должен был объявить в тот же понедельник в 3 часа дня на заседании Академии наук. В потоке политики и общества институт выжил, сохранив в Европе свое первенство в науке, литературе и искусстве. Однако центр цивилизации переместился на запад, и фокус прогресса засиял на берегах озера Мичиган в Северной Америке. «Тени на чердаке» в 2297 году тогда еще неизвестный автор Пол Ремонт опубликовал роман ужасов «Тени на чердаке». Он быстро стал одной из самых кассовых книг в населенных пунктах. Мартин, стоя на лужайке перед домом, заглянул в маленькое чердачное окно. «Что ты видишь, Марти? Ты видишь маленькую девочку? Призрака, которого все так боятся?» — спросила Ева, почти смеясь над абсурдностью местной легенды. «Нет, не призрак», — ответил Мартин. «Только тени».
So, back to the lodge? Matsur the Grim? Honestly, a pretty nice guy as far as pirates go. Think I butted heads with his mentor once years back. Had the same kind of surprisingly hospitable vibe. Hey, you're underselling my harrowing escape from certain doom here. A little charm goes a long way when the knives are out. Honestly, I was kind of rolling the dice with you. But hey, sometimes a bet pays off. Oh, I'm curious now, too. What's on your mind? I think about it a lot. There's so many possibilities. Some wonderful, some terrifying. I'm not a fearful man, but I am just a man. And I'm keenly aware that this artifact could change my life. Or end it. On Bendy? No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually standing behind me, is she? Well, point is, my story's probably a lot like yours. We dug a pit, found some really wonky readings, and followed them to the artifact. Well, they certainly mean something, because not everyone who touches the artifacts sees them. My first instinct was it was a message of some kind, like the Voyager records. Communication from a higher life form reaching out blindly into space. But now I'm wondering if the vision wasn't just sensory. My new theory is something's changed in us physiologically. As in not just a message from beyond, but a delivery. Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was something spectacular, though. I saw a vision. Flashing lights, the whole shebang. Sure. Like what? Let's see. I've been in Constellation for a long time, as you know. I enjoy cheese, my work, and long walks on unexplored planets. What else did you want to know about? Anytime. Well, okay then.
He's free to go.
You're lucky the boss
I
is
do
so
not
generous.
encourage you to return.
Got nothing to say to you. That's Earth Charge. You're lucky the boss. This is so generous.
Рапсодия «Ветреная ночь». Далее приводится отрывок из рапсодии «Ветреную ночь» Т.С. Элиота, одного из ранних, почти циничных произведений поэта. «Лампа Гудвла. Почитайте луну. Лалун ПВ Гард О Кюн Гапсипф». Она подмигивает слабым глазом. Она улыбается в углах. Она разглаживает волосы травы. Луна потеряла память. На ее лице трескается оспина. Ее рука крутит бумажную розу, пахнет пылью и старым одеколоном. Она одна со всеми старыми ночными запахами. Это крест-накрест пересекает ее. Мозг.
I think it's ironic that UC Sysdef hunts the Crimson Fleet when it was the UC that gave rise to the pirates in the first place.